Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play. I can't talk. Play Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. Blind, even though I normally never say blind in the title. We're here about a couple of weeks since I recorded this last, but I am at the scene of my former defeat, where the king said that Ryouta has done nothing wrong, and he's trying to ensnare him in the blissful in the blissful paradise of denial, and that's what he's doing. And Ryota's like, that doesn't mean anything, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and Yuya's like, wait a second, no one's allowed to be more interested in talking to the king than talking to me. So I just jumped in here because I couldn't remember when that, chance came to answer that question. But he's here, trying to make Ryouta go mad with jealousy, jealousy has driven him mad, like that. But I can't remember when that point comes where he asks the question, and I was the last time I was oh, you've got to believe in Harry, but apparently that was wrong. Asking people to believe in Beatles and believe in me is the wrong thing to do. If you join the king, you will not be afraid of anything anymore. The evil demon will be gone then. Even though Nagiki isn't an evil... Well, I suppose he was kind of an evil demon, because he was, going to cause the death of all the whole human race or something, but... So now it's Yuya's chance to, jump in here. I forgot how, long this part was. I'm just going to, kind of, skip through, since we saw all of it already the last time. Just I didn't want to get up to the point, when I played through it earlier, I didn't want to get up to the point where it had the question on the screen, because you're not able to save when the question is on the screen. Yeah, no, you're not special enough to imagine all of this all by yourself. You're not allowed to have your own little private pity party. Everyone else has to have one too. Yes, we're all still lost in the dream. I was going crazy trying to think, thinking of titles for the last videos, and there was one I thought of the title "Never Ending Nightmare" after the fact, after I'd put them all up and everything like that, and I was oh, that would have been a really good title, "Never Ending Nightmare." Do you like the ghost type Z move in Pokemon Sun and Moon? I don't know how I feel about those Z moves, not that this is the appropriate game to be talking about them. I think they're cool. I think they're I just don't see... Stuff like that doesn't interest me. They're just Mega Evolution doesn't interest me. I think the different forms, the Alolan forms, that's the right way to go, because it's cool, and it's a way of spicing up previous Pokemon and stuff like that without there being a specific thing Mega Evolution or Z moves or whatever. Yeah, he's afraid that nobody loves him, and that but it doesn't matter anyway, because he's gonna die because he's terminally ill, just like his mom was. So it's I don't see why... I think, at the end of the day... Well, no, I was gonna say that at the end of the day, Harry's better off with Nagiki, but he's dead already anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's everyone I love dies. Yeah. For God's sake, trust Ryouta to go trying to steal the show, just like he stole the show in that last one as well, in the final, the main storyline of the last game. He tried to steal the whole show, and it was all about Ryouta. Yeah, here we go. Harry's been with me ever since we were children. We've been together so long, somewhere along the line I started thinking it would stay like that forever. But it won't. It never would. It was all just my imagination. All of it. His eyes glisten with tears, but we don't care. Ah, how brightly his innocence shines. He probably hasn't even realized that what he's feeling is love. That's making me think of some film or something. Well, it could make me think of about a million different films. I think it's making me think of Spirited Away, where Kamaji is oh, that's very powerful because it's made of love or something. Joe, when he's talking about the little friendship bracelet. Or no, it's when he's talking to Lynn, he's you wouldn't understand it. It's blah blah blah. I don't know. I haven't seen that film in about 10 years, I'd say. I know Harry better than anyone. I know what she loves and what she hates, what she's good at and what she isn't. I know everything about her. Except you don't anymore. Yeah, Nagiki knows like my secret life of the library. That's because it's my job. It's my job to go to the library every day. Just like it's your job to tend to your sick mother and cross-dress every day, and you don't see me questioning that. Well, what a pickle. I think we've reached our point to get my chance to rectify what I did the last time. Nagiki and Harry aren't quite to the point where Ryouta should be worrying, especially since Nagiki's a dead guy. Just had to say it like Beetlejuice, like that part where he's like, not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. But his fears are going to get more and more likely by today. I need to pick my words carefully. Here we go. Here's the point where I fucked up the last time. Yeah, see, I said believe in Harry because I was like, shut your mouth, fool. Apparently I'm supposed to ask him what's special. What exactly do you mean by special? Special. Everybody's special. Something irreplaceable? I don't really understand myself. That's because you're dumb. But at the very least, to me, Harry is Harry. How profound! And no one can ever take her place. So that's it? What were you ever afraid of then? No one can ever be replaced, Ryouta. You will never stop being special to Harry in that respect. How is this any different than, like, how is this any better or more persuasive than what I said the last time? The last time I was like, you have to trust her, that she'll like you all the time anyway, and that she won't replace you. And this time we're just saying the same thing. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it is as simple as that. That's true, I guess, but that's not it. I'm scared that I just won't be with her as much Of course not. You can't stay children forever. Except that you will die and become a ghost forever. And I will become a brain cryogenically frozen or something. Like it happened in the last game. Wait a second, feel like... What a line! Feel like writing me off as a heartless bastard yet? But ignoring me won't change anything. Geez, Yuya is in full troll face mode. Time will pass and places will change. The first flowers in spring, a shooting star, a mountain peak, a rolling wave. Come to Seattle. The rainbow right after a storm. All beautiful and none can be captured and held forever. No matter how fair the flower, it will rot and fall to pieces if you never let it go. But memories will never hurt you. The flower withers, the star falls, the mountain peak, the rainbow fades away, but you will always come to Seattle. Are you telling me to go to Seattle with nothing but... Sorry, I keep thinking of like that ad in that episode of Frasier where the dog has Frasier's voice. That's a little pessimistic. What I'm saying is, don't let your fears for tomorrow cloud the memories you're making today. That's too abstract for my primitive mind. I don't think I understand. Then you never will. How long is he going to keep floundering? Yeah, how long do I have to... I'm looking at Ryota's face right now, and I can just see like two chimps at a blackboard inside in his head. Maybe you'll be an unrequited lover, or maybe you'll live and have a family with Harry, or maybe you'll go your own separate ways. But whatever happens, all the time you spent with her, all the joy, all the smiles and tears will still be yours. That just makes it even worse. Oh my god, I'm doing a terrible job. How could I live without the sun now that I'm so used to its warmth and light? I'm scared, Yuya. I don't want to see everything I know collapse around me. This is pretty bad. I'd been taking him for a quiet metrosexual, but maybe he's really into the whole monopolization thing. What does metrosexual have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? That doesn't even have any bearing on it all. Seeing as metrosexual doesn't even describe sexuality whatsoever. Well, I suppose it does. It's like metrosexual, or like the straight guys in Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And as far as I can tell, Miss Harry herself hasn't got the slightest idea that all this is going on because I'm a human. I'm not going to have sex with birds. I'm not like, seriously. What a sinfully negligent lady. Everything changes, Ryouta. Time is like that. Inconvenient and rude to everyone. Even if you stand still, everything else will leave you behind. I don't know why Yuya is getting all like fucking philosophical and shit all of a sudden. Even though that's really pretty much his character. Like he's like that boob who's actually way smarter than he pretends to be, and way more insightful than he lets on to be. If what you really want is undisturbed peace for the rest of your days, you will have to cut all your ties, leave everyone behind, and become a hermit in the mountain peak in Seattle. No, I don't want that. Well, you can't always get what you want. Can we just leave Ryouta behind? Like, why does it have to be game over just because he's, like, being a pissy little shit and doesn't want to see sense? That wouldn't be right. I couldn't ask for something like that. It would be too selfish. Well, just, like, turn into one of those kings. I can't believe there's more than one king. I'm still not over that. Like, even though it's weeks ago, I should have had all this time to process this, but, like, I can't believe they haven't really explained yet, like, what's the deal with there being, like, a million kings, but there's only one king that's the real king? Aren't you wishing someone would do that for you just a little bit deep inside? I don't know. Maybe I am. Or maybe you aren't. Or maybe this conversation sucks ass. Like, seriously. Aren't you afraid, Yuya? Everything around us is changing, and so are we. We don't know what's ahead. Doesn't that scare you? There are things that scare even me, yes. Even a hero of justice has his weaknesses, just like my weakness, as of Kirby's Epic Yarn, is always having a mocha when I'm LPing. And a delicious, properly made mocha and all, with proper milk and proper brewed coffee and proper chocolate melted. The chocolate melted. What is waiting for me at the other end of this night? This never-ending nightmare? The best day of my life? Or the very worst? No one knows, and that is why he just sounds like such an idiot the way I'm doing his voice. It's like I don't even know what I'm reading. That's why all we who cannot see tomorrow can do is put on our bravest smiles and march boldly into the new day. Isn't that called being a bullshitter? Yeah, I suppose it is. All this time I've just been trying to look cool so no one will realize what's going on inside, but what's wrong with putting on a little show? That was it? All we needed to do was bullshit for like 20 minutes and we win? I have a question for you. Question, tell me what you think about this. There are only two choices. We're running a little low on time, you see. Kawara Ryouta. Hello, Ryo. What do you want to do? You could accept the king's invitation and stay here. Nagiki would be removed. You would spend eternity celebrating at the endless holiday with Harry, and tomorrow would never come. And you would have to listen to Garth Brooks all the time. Nothing would change, and nothing would hurt you ever again. Or you could refuse the king's invitation and return to the real world. Your relationship with Harry will change sooner or later, for better or worse, but isn't the unknown what's most exciting about that? Now choose! I won't try to force you either way. You alone can decide what your salvation will be, and in any case, it won't do us any good unless he decides to break free himself. I am speechless because I don't. Now we just leave him behind. It's like, don't even wait for him to respond. We're just like, just fuck off and do our own thing. He's still there having an existential crisis, but we're like, oh well, dream is busted. Or maybe this is like, well, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to. Oh, great, it's after doing that again. I probably shouldn't have saved there, but whatever. Now then, oh no, this is me. Oh no, wait a second, no, that's still Yuya. But something's bothering me. I've been looking as hard as I can, but I still haven't found it. There was another star below and to the right of that room where we started. Someone else must be here. I went to the right. If that map is correct, there should be a route to that star here somewhere. But where? But where? Wait a second, what's that remind me of? Oh no, that's reminding me of, oh my god, this like hideous Vine that I saw one time, where like this guy, I don't know. He was like, it was like this fat guy, and he was like talking about something like, "Oh, someone told me, like my girlfriend told me that I lost weight," and then and then he like pulls up his shirt, and he's like, and I was like, bitch, where?" And he's like showing his like boob, and his boob just looks like a tentacle, like because it's like a long, like stuck out man boob, and it looks like a tentacle because it has like, oh my god, it's disgusting. It's just so hideous. But where? And that's what he's like. He's like, bitch, where? Oh my god, where are we now? We don't have to worry about getting lost, but this corridor is way too long. It is connecting two stars. There really isn't any way it could not be long. Yeah, I was just gonna say, no one likes a smart ass Nagiki. Joe, I feel like this is really annoying me that I know that it exists. The way that this frame is like I don't know. Well, do you know what I could try? I could try this. Load. Yay! There we go. Anyway, how long have we been recording for? Oh my god, was that like one video already? Jeez. Okay, well look, um, I'll say thanks a million for watching this part of Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. It was kind of all over the place, but I'm back in the swing of things now. I'm back in the mentality for Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. And yeah, I think I'm gonna finish off this storyline, and this turns out to be like 3 hours long, like the last one was. So, thanks a million for watching. See you next time. Bye now.